What's up guys, JV2017 here, and today I'm sharing another leak for Nuka World, this time on the new companion that will come with the DLC. The only thing spoilery about this video is the name of this new companion, so if you don't even want to hear that, you should stop watching the video now. This information comes once again from Reddit user ShadowShade, who shared this info in the same thread from my leaked Raider Gangs video from a few days ago. Someone commented saying, "I just want a new companion," to which Shadow replied, "You'll get one, Vault-Tec DLC confirms it." According to Shadow, the Vault-Tec DLC was supposed to be the final DLC since all of its keywords began with DLC 06. Since there will be a total of 6 DLC packs after Nuka World, that makes sense. He believes that Bethesda switched Vault-Tec to be the second to last DLC, DLC 5, because they didn't want the final DLC for Fallout 4 to be focused on the workshop. So the proof for this new companion was found in a datamine for Vault-Tec that shows a list of quest markers for the Overseer's Most Wanted quest that tracks our companions. As you guys know, you go to the Vault-Tec management system and start that quest. That's a way to track your companions without using mods or anything else like that. As you can see at the very bottom, below Ada from Automatron and Old Longfellow from Far Harbor, we have a new quest marker for a companion named Gage. So unless Bethesda decided to go in a different direction in the last month or so, and I think that's highly unlikely because they have this stuff ready, way in advance. They've got the voice lines ready, all of that way in advance. So unless they cut Gage out, we have some pretty conclusive evidence here that the next companion introduced in the Workshop DLC pack will be called Gage. Unfortunately, that's where the confirmed information ends. We don't know anything about Gage, whether that's a male or a female character or anything like that. We don't even know Gage's background either, but we can certainly speculate. The first guess is that Gage is some sort of raider. As we know, Nuka World is set in a new region where raiders run the Nuka World theme park. The description for the DLC claims that the player can lead lethal gangs of raiders and take over settlements. It's safe to say that the DLC is largely raider focused for the most part, so a pretty educated guess would be that Gage is indeed a raider. Perhaps Gage betrays the raiders at Nuka World and wants to help the sole survivor for some reason. Maybe Gage is exiled from the theme park and seeks out the player in the Commonwealth for revenge. We really don't know, but the prospect of having a raider companion is a pretty cool idea. It really reminds me of Krieg from Borderlands 2, or of course the female Necromancer character Gage from Borderlands 2 as well. But again, we don't know if this is a male or a female in Fallout. At the same time, Gage doesn't necessarily have to be a raider. Gage could be a concerned citizen seeking the help of the sole survivor to rescue someone, that Gage cares about from the raiders at Nuka World. There are plenty of plausible ideas out there. I know I made a video the other day about Piper being the perfect catalyst to start this DLC, but at the same time, it could easily be Gage. In the same way that Ada sent out a distress signal and asked for the sole survivor's help to defeat the Mechanist and Automatron, Gage could be doing the same thing for Nuka World. Regardless of the speculation, I really hope that Gage is a super engaging companion character. I think that Old Longfellow was pretty good as long as you explored his background and kind of learned more about who he was. I know a lot of people didn't really enjoy him, and unfortunately Nick Valentine was the best person to bring to Far Harbor, and so I hope we don't have a conflicting situation like that because I didn't really experience a lot of Old Longfellow just because Nick was so important to that DLC. I also think we're going to find out a lot more about Nuka World and this character in the upcoming week. Bethesda released the trailer for Far Harbor on a Wednesday, a full 2 weeks and 1 day before that DLC came out in May. If Nuka World is still on track for an August release, and I'm sure it is, I'm sure we have nothing to worry about, then we should expect the DLC trailer for Nuka World in the next couple of days. Unless Bethesda is going to release it just a week ahead instead of 2 weeks ahead, then we'll know more next week. Overall, I am so excited to learn more about Nuka World, Gage, the Raider factions, all of that. I think this is going to be a really fun DLC, and I really hope it is. I really do. So I'd like to hear from you guys. Who do you think Gage is? Do you think Gage is a raider or some other kind of character that we encounter? And also, how do you think we start this DLC? Do you think Gage comes to us and says we need your help? Well, kind of like Ada and Automatron? Do you think it's going to be more like Piper, a companion that we already have in the game that brings us there and then we meet Gage? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright guys, today I shared leaked info on the companion for Nuka World. Once again, thanks to ShadowShade on Reddit for his data mined information. I couldn't have made this video without you. Next time, we'll cover more Fallout on my channel, so stay tuned for Fallout 4 tips and tricks videos. If you learned something new or enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe for more Nuka World coverage, Bethesda.net mods, and general tips and tricks videos. Talk to you guys next time. Peace!